Polite inquiries from a wet Cape Town. I'm Jared Kimber. This is Fidos Mundo.
That's the rain.
English Nick says, does Mornay's bowling go down in the annals as the great unrewarded wicketless performance? It was a great, not the great. No.
Yeah, maybe not the great, but it was a good performance. It was bruising. It was everything it needed to be. Hostile, aggressive, but no breakthroughs. So I guess, yeah.
I would say that, I mean, you can say that it's a great performance for wicketless, but the reason it was wicketless was he bowled one full ball that almost bowled Michael Clarke around his legs. He had to bowl more full. You can't just keep going to... It was good. It was very, very good. And I would love to watch it over and over again. But from a bowling perspective, you've got to be smarter than that and get the ball up as well. Prashant Keshwan says, do you feel once the weather settles down, conditions might help seam bowlers at Newlands? Maybe too early to make any call on the weather.
Yeah. Look, I think it's really flat. In fact, Kyle Abbott was just saying it's the flattest he's seen Newlands for a long time. And he's only sort of 27, so I don't know how long a long time can be. But it's a really flat pitch, and I don't know that it will ever become seamer friendly in the course of the next couple of days. We would need clouds, and we're not going to get clouds tomorrow.
I will say this, that Abbott especially, and Philander, right at the end, the ball wasn't quite getting up that much, and they were trapping people on the crease a little bit. Now, they didn't get any wickets from it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some wickets for seamers in this match, if we ever get back on from this apocalypse. But I think Nathan Lyon's Australia's maybe best chance of winning, and South Africa's best chance of winning is an 8-wicket haul from Dean Elgar. Alex Livingston says, is Steve Smith secretly a dark Sith Lord? No, but... how good were his drives off the quick bowlers when he just suddenly started going, I'll just hit Mornay Morker back over his head.
Everyone for 6.
Yeah, that was weird. Weird, I liked it. David Seif says, is JP Duminy now South Africa's replacement for Callis? Said in a jokey way.
Well, I'm glad, because I was about to start laughing. Look, nobody's ever going to replace Jacques Callis. He's up there now giving a speech about the importance of his test career.
Of himself. Of himself,
exactly. I mean, nobody's going to replace Jacques Callis. Nobody is Jacques Callis' replacement. But JP Duminy could maybe perform an all-round role. You might have to just get the ball to turn more.
Yeah. I think a bit like in Voltron, the TV series from the 1980s, to replace Callis, you would need, you know, to juxtapose about 7 or 8 different pieces into a giant. And that may not happen.
Ever.
English Nick says...
again?
Well, hey, there weren't that many questions. We are seeing the top Clarke century, right? You were here for one of his other best centuries.
Yeah,
were you here?
I was here, and I remember him saying he regarded it as meaningless because Australia lost the match. And in fact, he said that again about 10 minutes ago. So if Australia win, he'll obviously think it's a really important, right up there kind of 100. And if they lose, he's going to shelve this one with that one. It was a good knock. He survived, you know,
you think Australia might lose this then?
Well.
You mean I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean. If it's a draw.
He had to overcome a nervous start, he had to overcome his own back, he had to overcome Mornay Morkel coming at him twice, and then he had to overcome Kyle Abbott bowling amazingly
and
this morning.
And staying on 99 for 25 balls.
Yeah, and that, so from that point of view, I think it's probably, at least his most courageous. It's maybe not his best one. I think the one at Newlands was amazing. He doesn't give himself credit for that because he wants to talk about the win, but I think hundreds and losing tests are sometimes some of the best hundreds we'll ever see. So I think this was right up there, and he seems to bat better when his back's playing up and he can't get out of the way of the short ball. It's like focuses his mind. There's a you know, it's like when Ali went from fleet of foot to being hit a lot, and that's essentially exactly what Michael Clarke has done.
Yeah.
Neil Enslin says, your prediction on a possible declaration score, and will they be able to bowl South Africa out twice on a flat wicket?
Look, Michael Clarke said that he will consider declaring overnight, so I wouldn't be surprised if the declaration comes pretty soon. If the weather's quite good, you know, the best batting, I mean, I can't really say that now, can I? But the best batting conditions will always be day 3 here at Newlands, so I think if Michael Clarke wants to bat on, nobody's going to really fight with that. Bowling South Africa out twice, they're going to need the pitch to deteriorate quite substantially. I'm not sure that it will.
Or they need the weight of the runs and Mitchell Johnson to do something special. Rahul says, who would be your first choice for batting at number 3 for Australia? Who would be your first choice? Nathan Lyon?
Yeah, why not? He never gets out. Good start.
Australia has no first choice number 3. It's a very good question, but they can't answer it, I can't answer it, you know, no one can answer it. Steve Ratcliffe says, will Watson ever be a good test batsman, or is he doomed to be a coulda shoulda? Is number 6 now what he deserves?
If saying he deserves it is the right thing, but I think it was the right move, given the match situation.
I think just in general, I've been saying for years he should bat at 6 and come out and do what he did today. He has a certain freedom. He probably got too excited with it today, but at the same time, 40 off 32 balls, that's the reason that they're, you know, close to 500 and they can declare, because he came in and just completely scored at such a ridiculous rate. So that's the sort of role he can do for Australia. He can dominate, he can bully, he can bruise. So I think it's a very good thing. The reason he's not batting high up in the order is because over a long period of time, in many different positions, he's proved that he's probably not quite good enough at batting up in the order. We'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
And can you really have two dominating